Do you want your business to succeed? Because if you do, let me tell you 3 things you must do in order to see success in your business. Because there are companies that fail, but when you follow these 3 rules that I'm about to share with you, you are guaranteed to succeed in your niche. And I have studied brands in various industries to see what makes the top performing brands to do so well. And I have come up with 3 major reasons why they are so outstanding compared to other businesses. And you can think of 1 or 2 companies that are really successful. When you think of a company that sells shoes or athletic clothing, Nike is one of the first brands that comes to mind. When you think of a brand that sells drinks, Coca-Cola is one of the first brands that come to mind. When you think of tech companies, Apple is one of the first businesses that comes to mind. And one of the reasons why these companies are so successful, and you can implement this reason in your business, is that they understand what their customers want. And that might seem obvious, but let me explain. When you think about Nike, you might think that they just sell shoes or sell gym and athletic equipment or clothing. But the reason why they sell those products is because they understand what their customers want. Nike understands that their customers want a healthier lifestyle. Nike understands that their customers want to be the next well-known football player or boxer or famous basketball player. Nike understands that their customers want the necessary gear or equipment when they go for a run or for any other activity. And so they put that focus in their products and services. And I can give the same example for Apple. Apple doesn't just sell iPhones or MacBooks or iPads or even Apple Watches. They sell to the individual who wants to have an easy work-at-home experience or office experience. They sell to the customer who wants to make phone calls, set a schedule for their day, and have an assistant at their fingertips. Apple sell to the person who wants to capture the best moments and share those moments with friends, family, or the rest of the world. And you can see that Apple market what their customers want in their advertising. And because they've done this over the years, Apple and Nike and other businesses have seen massive success. And you can obtain the outcome you want in your business as well. But this comes down to knowing your customer or client, knowing what they like or what they don't like, knowing their habits and their interests, knowing the current stage of life they're in, or knowing their lifestyle and understanding what would drive them to purchase your product or your service. And people won't buy what you want to sell just because you want to sell it. People will buy what they want or what they need to buy. And no matter what industry or niche your business fits into, when you begin to understand what your audience wants beyond the physical product or service, your brand will produce the results you wish to see. And I've mentioned this before in my previous conversations. It's not just a product or service a customer is paying for. It's the result, it's the transformation, it's the experience, and it's the solution you provide that the customer is paying for. And so when you look at your business as the solution to someone else's problem, and when you figure out exactly what your audience wants and how to give it to them through your product or your service, that will help distinguish your brand from others. And by consistently doing so, you will have repeated customers and make lots of profit from your business. And moving on from the first point, the second reason or rule you need to follow to make your business successful is to be willing to make changes. Don't think everything you do in your business has to remain the same forever. If you have introduced an idea, a product, or a strategy that people don't resonate with, or the idea isn't producing the outcome you want, don't be afraid to try something different. I can use myself as an example. When I first started my YouTube channel, I didn't know the screen that I wanted to use when people would watch my videos. And so in my first 2 videos, I used to use a playlist inspired screen while my audio was playing. And if you look at my other videos after that, I was making changes to find what works. But when I did find what works, I decided to continue to use it and make improvements along the way. And I wasn't afraid to make those changes. And I didn't say to myself that because I started my YouTube channel in a particular way meant that I had to continue doing that. And it can be the same for you. Whether you are a YouTuber, a copywriter, a blogger, a photographer who teaches photography, or whatever business you have, embrace the changes you make to your company. And that change could look like changing the way you use SEO for your website. That change could look like reducing how often you post content on social media, or reducing how often you send out newsletters to your email subscribers. That change could look like removing a product from your business, whether it's a physical product or a digital product, because it doesn't attract sales or because people don't have an interest in that particular product. Whatever changes you should make in your brand, remember that it is for the purpose of improving and seeing growth. But don't mistake making changes for copying what someone else is doing. While it is okay to take inspiration from another business or another entrepreneur or another creator, don't make a change in your business if you know it's not true to you or to your brand values. The changes you make are meant to make improvements and are not supposed to make you feel burnt out or make you hate what you do. So remember that whenever you are thinking of making adjustments to your company. And now the third and final thing you can do to see success in your business is to have a plan. Nothing in life can succeed without a plan, and that also applies to your business. Whatever stage you are in, whether you are just starting out as a new business owner or entrepreneur, or you are an established company and you are thinking of making changes to your brand, as I've mentioned in the previous point, you need to have a plan. You need a roadmap for the direction of your business so that you can begin to outline the actionable steps you need to take, the actionable steps you will take in your marketing. You need to have a plan for the methods you will use to put together your sales strategy. You need to have a plan in order to estimate how much money you will need to spend within a month, within 6 months, or within 1 year, and setting objectives so that you can achieve your targets in your business. And depending on how often you choose to do this, you can keep track of the progress your business is making and either continue in the direction of your plan or make adjustments at whatever stage. And when you don't have a business plan or roadmap, how will you know what steps you need to take? How will you be able to determine your budget for the month or for the year? But when you do have a plan and when you begin to embrace the positive changes to your business and you understand what your audience wants beyond the physical or digital product or service that you offer, your business will produce positive results. And I would also like to add that this doesn't happen overnight. You won't apply these rules today and see the results tomorrow. Even the brands that I've mentioned, Apple is successful today, but in 1976, Apple wasn't known or loved by many people. Nike is one of the top brands for shoes, athleisure, and sports equipment. But over 50 years ago, Nike wasn't as successful as it is today. And the same goes for your brand. Where you are now in your business may not be where you want it to be, but when you know what your customers want and offer them their desires in your product or your services, when you make necessary changes in order to see positive outcomes in your business, and when you have a strategic and thoughtful plan that will guide you to the place that you want your brand to reach, I can assure you that your brand is bound to grow and reach the success you wish to achieve. And you can be among the businesses that are doing well and that are thriving in their respective industries. And if you'd like to learn more about achieving success in your business, be sure to stick around. And until you hear from me again, take care for now.